Our lead story of the day is regarding Target losing $10 billion in just 10 days. This one is wild, folks. Before we jump into any of it, support a true American patriot by hitting that like and subscribe button. Leave us a short, sweet comment down below. The question of the day for the comment section is, are you still buying Bud Light? Are you still buying Target products? And Kohl's is the other one. Kohl's is also pushing this stuff. Are you shopping at Kohl's? Let us know down below. And if you haven't already, pick up yourself a copy of Trojan Horse. The left is destroying America. You're seeing it in real time, folks. Support a conservative. Support a true American patriot by picking yourself up a copy. Link is down below. Well, folks, Target is losing and has lost over $10 billion here in market value in just 10 days. This one's wild. This one's so insane, but they still push it. They still love this stuff. They meaning Target. So the retail giant has lost $10 billion in market capitalization in 10 days, largely due to the backlash over the prominent LGBTQ PRIDE displays, including transgender-friendly clothing items for children. It's always going after children. You notice that? If you want to make this stuff for adults, everybody gets it. Whatever, you're an adult, you can make your own decision. But it's constantly targeting our children in the media, on TV shows and movies, in the classroom, now at the grocery store. I mean, everywhere you look, they're targeting children. Left and right, grooming them, manipulating them, indoctrinating them. It's insane. And then they can't fathom, oh my God, I never thought this would happen. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. It's been happening everywhere, and it's been happening for quite some time. Now it's just happening in a magnitude probably you couldn't calculate. According to a report published Sunday by the New York Post, Target's stock price was hovering near $161 a share. However, viral videos showing tuck-friendly and binding bathing suits for trans-identifying kids, along with greeting cards celebrating queerness in a display clearly aimed at young children, led to calls for a boycott. 10 days later, the stock price had dropped to $139 per share. Basically, a drop of $22 per share amounts to a 14% decrease in value. Holy lordy, folks. You kind of get winded when you hear these numbers, and I don't even work for Target. I have no association with Target whatsoever, and I feel like I just got punched in the gut. Bud Light lost 24% decrease in value. I mean, that one's a really big kick in the gut. So this translates roughly to $10 billion loss for the Minnesota-based company. Again, nobody's being fired over this stuff. That's the insane thing, all of it. If anything, you're going to get promoted. But you look at what Bud Light did, and they lost 24% for pushing all this stuff. And Target supposedly has been pushing this Pride stuff for quite some time. I think it's just finally hitting airwaves where people are realizing it. So they had all this Pride stuff right in your face, just similar to what Disney does and everybody else, right in the front of the store. And they look at Bud Light and they're like emergency emailing all their stores going, holy crap, oh my God, we're in a bleep storm here. Let's remove it and just put it to the back of the store. Let's just take it from the front and just move it to the back, in the back corner where nobody goes, nobody shops. So nobody sees it back there. We can still sell some product. It's just the Pride people are going to have to look a little bit harder for it. So as soon as the word began to spread across social media, as I mentioned, about the retailer's prominent Pride displays, which also include LGBTQ plus themed baby clothes. I mean, it's insane, folks. Not just attacking toddlers, not just attacking teenagers and adolescents in general. They're attacking now the babies, folks. Calls quickly began to grow louder for a boycott of the company. According to earlier reports, Target immediately focused on damage control. Executives participated in an emergency call. This is wild. In an effort to avoid what one insider referred to as the Bud Light situation. It's going to go down in history, folks. Bud Light is going to be in business books, Business 101, business law, for years to come. About what not to do. But here's the thing. You would think places like Bud Light and Target would learn from all this. No. Bud Light is literally sponsoring Pride events right now. They are doubling down on all this stuff because of the ESG scores, what is it, the CIS stuff or CSI, the DEL, all these things, diversity, equity, inclusion, DEI rather. They're pushing all this stuff for this score. This score is crippling companies. Rather, companies are also crippling themselves. So this whole agenda from the progressive left that's being instituted by these global elites is insane. And now corporations are not only shooting themselves in the foot, they're also kicking themselves in the you-know-what. The insider told Fox News that at least in some areas across the country, we were given 36 hours, told to take all of our Pride stuff, the entire section, and move it to a section that's a third the size From the front of the store to the back of the store, you can't have anything on mannequins and no large signage. Now, these areas are predominantly, I think, more Christian or of faith areas. It was more of the southern states. I believe they removed this back. If anything, in places like California, Chicago, New York City, I mean, the displays are just right out in front of you, right? I would imagine if you go to the store, it's going to be the first thing that goes BAM! Right in front of your face. The first thing you're going to see, and your kid's going, "What's that? What's that, Daddy? What's that?" And then you got to have that whole conversation. Then you have that whole conversation in front of somebody. And then the second you tell them a man can't be a woman can't be a man, you got social services showing up at your door. And there you have it. Because some lefties there, some Karens freaking out that you're actually telling truth, objective truth to your child that men cannot be women and women can't be men. But the second you do that now in these leftist states, you're in big trouble. The Bud Light situation, the insider reference, was the immediate backlash and plummeting of sales that followed a short-lived partnership between Anheuser-Busch signature product and the trans-identifying influencer Dylan Mulvaney. Y'all saw how that one spiraled out of control. People are still not buying Bud Light, Anheuser-Busch, and good on them because they're pushing an agenda that a lot of people don't agree with. And, you know, if you would just stay out of politics, you'd probably be fine. But they're not learning this. And here's the thing, is these progressive left, like the LGBTQ community, are pissed at Target and these other corporations for kind of even removing the product or not supporting the community. And in their messaging, they're calling the right, the Republicans, the GOP, terrorists. That's what they're calling us, terrorists, which is insane. And it's not so much me having a problem with Target selling LGBTQ products to people, because look, their company can do whatever they want. I just won't shop there or support their brand or the ideology that they're trying to push. But it's more so pushing it upon the kids. That's where everybody has problems with. It's not just Republicans, it's not just independents, but it's also Democrats feel the same way, by the way. So not only are you alienating Republicans, conservatives, independents, but also the Democrats as well, because a lot of Democrats are people of faith too, and you're pushing that upon them consistently. And it gets to the point where just people have had enough of it. They've had enough of streaming Disney Plus and having an agenda pushed down their throats, which we don't want to see. You go see Top Gun, they had a diverse cast. It wasn't thrown down our throat. It wasn't glorified of, oh, look, a woman's flying a jet. Oh my God, the first woman in history to fly like an F-22 Raptor. Oh my God. No, it's like, yeah, that's fine. That makes sense. A woman can fly a jet. Like, is anybody thinking a woman cannot fly a jet? You know what I mean? Oh my God, a Hispanic guy's flying a jet in the military. Oh my God. It's like, no, yeah, Hispanic guys fly a jet. Like what? Like none of that's a big deal. It just makes sense, right? It's not thrown at you. Nobody's pointing it out to you. Nobody's writing this weird dialogue to shove it down your throat to make a point about the diverse cast that's there. It just was diverse and they let it unravel and it was normal. But that's not what's being done here. Is they're making a point of it in movies. It's shoved in your face consistently. They make a point of it in like the marketing aspect of it as well. Now, when you go to the clothing store, now they're making a point of it. They're making a point of it in the classroom. They're making a point of it in the school system. They're making a point of it literally in everyday life. It gets tiring. It gets exhausting. We don't want to see it all the time. We just want to be left alone. Predominantly Americans just want to be left alone. And when we go see a movie, we want to divest ourselves from the world that we live in and kind of enter in a different world without having all this crap. But no, the left doesn't get it. And these companies will lose billions of dollars to push this agenda. That's the thing we got to understand here. Yes, we're covering going, holy crap, $10 billion. You think they would learn their lesson? No, you guys, this has been going on for like a decade. Look at Disney. Disney is willing to lose millions, hundreds of millions of dollars to push this agenda. They don't care at all. Like as they're losing money, there's meetings that are being leaked about executives going, yeah, half the leading roles need to be LGBTQ plus roles. Half the roles need to be diverse cast and all these other things. It's why they don't care. They don't care about the consumer. That's what you have to understand. Maybe they'll care sooner or later when they keep losing more and more and more money. Let me know what you think about that in the comment section below. Are you supporting Target now, folks? Are you shopping there? Or have you switched over to Walmart or some other areas? Let us know in the comment section below. I hope you enjoyed that clip from the Bald Brad Show. If you did, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you can stay up to date on all our future content.